What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Family, y'all come on in the room. We're about to get started. Today I have a good show lined up for you guys today. First of all, apologies for Chris Lee, who is my scheduled guest. Won't be able to make it today. He's a little bit under the weather. As you guys know, here in Florida, the weather is great every day of the year here. But unfortunately, it gets worse during the springtime because he and I suffer from the same thing, allergies. But his is a little worse than mine. But anyway, the show will go on. But Chris has been rescheduled. We got Chris Lee rescheduled for next Monday. So next Monday, tune in. Chris Lee will be here, the 31-year-old entrepreneur phenom, who's built a great business with artificial turf here in Florida. Chris is a great guy, and I want you guys to tune in for that show next week. But tonight, I'm going to be covering a subject that it will stop a lot of people from building and starting their own business. And that is, this stemmed off of a post, and I'm going to share my page with you guys. It stemmed off of a post that I put up last week where Little Boosie was, again, I think you guys can see this. Boosie, a rapper, was talking about pallet flipping. Now, last year, if you guys go back and look through the other episodes, last year, I had Daniel Core on the show from Dayton, Ohio, and he was breaking down pallet flipping and how that was. It's not that too many people at that time. It wasn't that many people doing pallet flipping. Now, pallet flipping is not a guarded business or secret, but sometimes a lot of people in that industry won't tell you where to get the pallets from. Now, these guys are buying name brand stuff, and I'm going to play the video the post that I put up, and it's going to explain this. Now, Little Boosie did something better, or he actually revealed where these warehouses are. It's 3 of them in the country that he deals with. It's in Atlanta, San Antonio, and Arkansas. And they have these warehouses. Now, I went into the detailing and breaking down because I know about Amazon. Amazon, undelivered packages get sent back to Amazon's warehouse, and they put these on a pallet and they just wrap them up. A lot of times the companies won't accept the products back on a return. So Amazon just has pallets and pallets and pallets of this name brand stuff that people have bought. Either it couldn't be delivered or they changed their mind and didn't want it. So it goes back to the Amazon warehouse. Now, I knew about that part. And Amazon has these scheduled auctions where you can go and bid on these pallets. Now, you don't know what's on the pallet. Some of them are 4 feet tall. Some of them are 6 feet tall. Whatever they can stack on there, that's what's on there. And so pretty much you can just look at the outside of the boxes, what's on the wrap pallets, and see, if you want to bid on it or not. Kind of like the storage war auctions or the storage auctions where you can just see what's in the front. You really can't dig deep. So you won't know what you're getting until you buy the pallet, unwrap it, and start moving the product. Now, as with Daniel has built a big, huge business on pallet flipping. And at the time that he did the podcast, Daniel should be retired by now because he walked off of his job as of last year. So let me go ahead and talk about, I'm going to play this video that And then we're going to get off into why this turned into a podcast episode today. So let's go and check this out right quick. Peace. What's happening, everybody? You guys remember a year ago I did the podcast episode with Daniel Core out of Dayton, Ohio, where he was talking about pallet flipping. Now you guys are going to hear it right here from Lil Boosie. He's talking about the exact same thing, pallet flipping, but he's going to go a little bit more in detail and tell you guys exactly where you can get these pallets of product from if you want to sell and move product.
I'm finna put y'all on game. Biggest 2 wholesale warehouse in the country. Right here in ATL. Got more locations in San Diego and Little Rock. When I say the best, if you don't want to kick in no door no more, if you don't want to rob nobody, you come get this wholesale pack and flip it in the hood, dog. ATL, $50 appointment, but that go to your purchase. You can't lose, dog. I'm sending this to all the dudes just got out of prison. Bro, the deal's so sweet. These boys, it's like bricks of power tools, bro. You get 10, 11 on them and flip them, bro. Biggest shit in the country right now, dog. I just spent $10,000 with these people, and I'm finna make $35,000, bro. This is the truth, bro. I'm putting y'all on game. Biggest 2 warehouse in the country. Wholesale. Wholesale. Truckloads. You buy a truckload, you get an even better deal. Tune up. Turn in right now. Nigga, boost a bad ass.
Now, that was Boosie going into detail about the pallet flipping. Now, and I gave you guys the wrong city. It's Atlanta, San Diego, and Arkansas. So that's where these 3 warehouses, and it's the largest warehouses in the country that has either overstock products or products that have been returned, or they can't sell it on the shelf. A lot of times the boxes are damaged or dented or bent. So you can't sell them, or the retailer can't sell them at regular price because the boxes are damaged. Now, not to say that the tools or the product that's inside is damaged. It's just that they can't put it on the shelf and sell it to retail for retail costs. So they send it back. And these companies, they write the products off as a loss. And then companies like these warehouses that Boosie was talking about, will get the product and then they'll redo it. But when I put this post up, this is what I want to show you guys. This gentleman came on and commented, "This hustle is old. Been doing this since 2013 and the market is saturated. It's hard to get quality products." Now, and what I responded to him was, I'm sure there's someone in a city or town where the market is not saturated. Let's say Greenville, Alabama, or Cedartown, Georgia. It amazes me when people use that term saturated, like everywhere is congested. Now, this is what I want to talk to you guys about, because there is no such thing as market saturation. Absolutely no such thing as market saturation. What happens, let me get my lighting right. Sometimes these lights have my forehead shining like new money. This is why makeup artists make a great bit of money. You know, they can tone down the light that's on it. But at any rate, when people use that term, the market is saturated, there we go. 1 or 2 things are happening, all right? 1, they don't want people to come into the industry or the market because now that's competition. So you have to keep that in the forefront of your mind, or when somebody tells you these. 2, they have hit a roadblock in their marketing or promoting their products. Now, Brother Ben X, which I love to follow, I follow Brother Ben X. Brother Ben has this thing in his course studies that says, be your authentic self. If you guys will always remember, there is not another you. Even if the market is saturated. I don't care if the market is saturated. Some people would tell you the podcast market is saturated. There are a lot of people doing podcasts, a lot of people doing podcasts. But my podcast, my episodes, or my show is based around a market that is still saturated, but the way I deliver it, the way that I give it, the way that I give you the information that you need in order to make you more successful, I give you guys game. When maybe a lot of other podcasters want to spoon feed you the game. So even in a saturated market, I still have over 75,000 followers and subscribers to my podcast. I still broadcast on 14 different platforms. You can't broadcast on that many platforms and have that many people follow you because they can follow other people as well that's more notable or a bigger name, or they have all of the bells and whistles. You know, I'm having trouble out of my green screen, but I'm growing. And if you guys have followed me from the first time that I started airing the show, I didn't have this in the beginning. I didn't have the green screen set up in the beginning. Now it looks like we're going to have to go ahead and upgrade some more and get some better lights. But when people tell you that the market is saturated, again, they're either talking about they don't want you to get into the business because it's cutting into their profit, or they themselves have hit a roadblock. Now, anytime you're doing online marketing or online selling, e-commerce, we give you guys, or influencers or business coaches, we give you these tips and information for you to take that and capitalize on it and build your business off of. This is why when you guys, if you guys are taking my course, for those of you who have taken the course, you know I go in and break down the science of colors, how you use colors in your reels, your videos, your marketing campaigns to attract the customers that you want. Colors are associated with emotional connection to a certain product or a certain business model. We broke that down to you before. It's no accident that fast food restaurants use the three primary colors, red, yellow, and blue, because those colors are associated with your hunger. Now, these sciences and tips that we drop to you guys, when you use them in your your reels or your videos, you notice I've even had clients that talk about how fast they have grown their pages, people following them, people subscribing to their pages. Because when you're scrolling through your newsfeed, now again, here's the science. The average attention span on social media is 3 seconds. You only have 3 seconds to capture somebody's attention while they are scrolling through their news feed. So how do we get them to stop and look at our content? Colors. And it's automatic. When they're scrolling, those colors grab them, and then they'll stop, click onto your content, hopefully watch it. And then if they like it, they will like, share, or comment on it. If you guys follow me, you know that I use the same 3 primary colors in all of my content. All of them. My contents are based around red, yellow, and green. Now, when you look at that, now this is all marketing tips here. So the people who tell you that the market is saturated, their money has slowed down and they don't know how to bounce back and rev their business up again. But something as simple as the science of colors can give them another boost, because it's something that's attracting to the products that they are moving. So now when you think about red, yellow, and green, there is one universal product or piece of an item all over the world. It's universal. That's associated with red, yellow, green, and they use those 3 colors all over the world. Ladies and gentlemen, you guessed it. Stop traffic lights. Red means stop, yellow means slow down, green means go. So when people are scrolling through their news feed, we have been indoctrinated all of our lives since children riding in the back seat of the car to driving the car that we automatically know what those three colors mean. So when somebody's scrolling through their news feed and that red, yellow, and green pops in front of them, they automatically start stopping, slowing down, and clicking onto the material. This is how I was able to grow my social media pages, using something as simple as that. Something as simple as that. You guys forgive me again, allergy season is killing me, but I got to get this information out here to you. So, one, as a new business owner, do not listen or pay attention to people that tell you the market is saturated. Let's look at it this way. Do you think Dollar General said, well, we're not going to open up because Walmart has a stronghold in the business and the business is saturated. That industry is saturated. We're not going to do it. No, they didn't. They came with a better mousetrap. They pretty much sell the same stuff outside of the TVs and the furniture, you know, and the groceries. Well, even some Dollar Generals have grocery stores now. But they didn't say because Walmart is saturating the industry that we're not going to open up. No, they didn't. But it don't stop there. Do you think Dollar Tree had that conversation? Well, Dollar General is everywhere, so we're not going to open up because Walmart and Dollar General has the market saturated. No, they opened up anyway because they came with a different model and they stuck with being authentically them. This is how you build your business, ladies and gentlemen. Always remember this. There is not another you. You may have a different taste or flavor or a swag on your marketing skills that other people don't, or your competitors don't. I remember when drop shipping first started out. I started doing drop shipping. I caught it late. I was about 2 years, 3 years too late. And drop shipping was booming. Drop shipping was making a lot of people a lot of money. I didn't come on the scene until COVID in 2020. COVID in 2020. And I shared this story with you guys before. February of 2020, at the height of COVID, people were at home shopping online because they couldn't go to work. And at this time, drop shipping was big. What did I do? I'm going to share the story with you guys real quick again. For those of you who are new following this page and the channel, I was in the doctor's office with my daughter. And on the little cubicle table, on the little tables that they have in there in the waiting room, an interesting article caught my attention. And it was talking about fidget spinners. Now, fidget spinners were everywhere at this time. Spencer's was selling them. Five Below was selling them. I mean, everybody had them. You could buy them in the gas stations. I mean, they were everywhere. The little toys that you put between your fingers and you just spin it. Now, what struck my attention was, why is this in a doctor's office talking about a toy? So I pick up the little pamphlet and I'm reading. Fidget spinners are, I know they was at that time, but they might still be, I don't know. Fidget spinners at that time was the #1 toy for children with ADD and ADHD. And boom, light bulb moment. Now, out of all the people that were selling fidget spinners, and I don't think they knew this tad bit of information. So what did I do? I went to my manufacturers overseas and I pulled out the most popular fidget spinners that were selling online. I also did my research with other competitors that was drop shipping online on all social media platforms. Found out the most popular colors, the ones with the lights on there. Man, that thing was crazy. But what I did that was different from my competitors, I only targeted families that had children with ADD and ADHD. I didn't open it up to the worldwide public. I specifically targeted all of my ads to hit people on social media that had either spoke about ADD or ADHD, or had a child or a relative with ADD or ADHD. Now that month, and you guys, if you go back and look at that other episode on the podcast, I posted how much I generated just off of Facebook. That month, that 1 month, and I've been chasing that amount ever since, but that 1 month, February 2020, that month, I had did $66,000 just on fidget spinners. And I ran the ads all over the country. All over the country. Just in the US. Just in the US. At $4.99 a pop. $4.99 a pop. And if you bought three or more, if you bought 3, I gave you 2 free. And still did that much money. So again, that was a market that was saturated. But I didn't listen to anybody who said, man, they selling them things everywhere. Yeah. But there's some people in some parts of the country that the product doesn't, they either don't know about it or is not sold too much, because that's how companies do. They'll send out targeted stores. They'll send product out to target stores. This is how the stores make sure that they're going to make a revenue. If DeWalt drills are not selling in Gaston, Alabama, they will pull that stock and send it over to a city or a state that have more construction workers that buy in DeWalt tools. That's all marketing, ladies and gentlemen. And online marketing, social media marketing, is the exact same way. But you have to know how to reach those clients. And I also teach in my course how to properly use hashtags. A lot of people don't know how to use hashtags properly. Nobody cares you putting hashtag I'm tired, hashtag at work. That's not how the algorithms work. But if you have ever talked about an electric bike, which I actually just bought one, and that's how I found the seller of the bike that I bought, the e-bike that I bought. I typed in e-bikes for sale, hashtag e-bikes for sale, and it pulled up everybody that was selling e-bike. That's how hashtags work. So if you're pallet flipping, and this is what this guy was trying, I guess he was trying to address this issue by saying that the market was saturated. And that's, again, I suspect that he doesn't know how to market his products. Every product that I sell, all of the t-shirts, I mean, I rock my own gear. One, if you are in the t-shirt industry, and you are not selling t-shirts online, it's not the product. Not 100% the product. It's your marketing. You have to know how to target the group that are looking for the products that you are selling. And one, in that marketing strategy, you need to know how to properly use hashtags. You need to use the science of colors, all of this in your marketing. Now, that way, when you post something when you post something, forgive me, guys, turn this off. When you post something and you hit that target audience, social media will tell you exactly the number that have talked about it, posted it, liked it, shared it. Like if again, let's go back to the t-shirts. If you're out here selling t-shirts and you're doing something, let's just pull something out the air. You're doing a cartoon hip hop t-shirt. You need to target hip hop, hashtag hip hop artist, hashtag rap music, hashtag hip hop music, hashtag anything that's associated with that product. So when you post it, your post will go to everybody on the internet that have liked it, commented, shared it, or even Google searched it, because Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, all of these social media platforms are linked to Google now. So anytime somebody Google search, your poster ad will drop on their news feed and they didn't even ask for it. Know why? Because they had talked about it before. Have you ever been out shopping or you looking for something? Let's say you was trying to look for a house or trying to rent a house. Next thing pops up on your social media news feed are rental properties or houses for sale. That's not by accident, ladies and gentlemen. That's how the system is designed. So now there are some people that use it for the powers of evil, but when you are a social media marketer like myself, we use it for the powers of good to find the customers that we want to sell to. It's the new way of doing business. Now, another reason why this gentleman might not be moving any products anymore. In today's time, 2024 and 2024, trying to do business the traditional way is a thing of the past. Traditional business says, okay, I got to go out, rent or buy a building. Then I got to get all the utilities on. Then I have to stock the store or the shop or whatever you want to call it. Now I got to stock it with product. So when people come in, they'll have something to look at. But here's the thing. You just created two bills of everything. So your overhead is out the gate, starting. This is why so many young entrepreneurs and young business owners fail in the first 2 years, because first you have to build the business in order to get customers. Now, secondly, you've already capped your revenue, your profits by being a local business. You've already capped your money, because you're only selling to people that's in your area that likes your products or will come in and patronize your shop. But the city next door doesn't know anything about you. The neighboring county doesn't know anything about you, but not on social media. Social media, you got access to 4.9 billion customers. Now, here's the thing, and I tell people this in my course, I teach this in my course. Out of 4.9 billion, just on Facebook alone, and TikTok and Instagram are gaining traction with those people that's getting on those platforms. But just on Facebook alone, the granddaddy of them all, 4.9 billion. This is how I teach my clients. Whatever amount of money you're making a year now, right? Let's just say you're making, let's keep the numbers even. Let's just say you're doing 50,000. Divide 50,000 by 12. That's how much money you need to make every month on your online business, your e-com business, pallet flipping. Because you can post everything that's on that pallet and sell it online. Still, eBay, Craigslist, those platforms haven't gone anywhere either. Marketplace. Now, Marketplace is taking over because people rarely ever go to eBay now. Even if you're on Etsy, you can sell stuff on Etsy, depending on what's on the pallet. But anyway, getting to the point, whatever that denomination or that number is, that's how much money you need to make every month in your business. Now, if you really want to break that down, you divide that total by 52 because it's 52 weeks in the year. So if you're making $50,000 annual income on your job, divide that number by 52. That'll tell you how much money you need to make every week. Now, if you really want to get jazzy, you divide that annual income by 365. That's how much money you need to make every day. So when you break that down, let's do this math real quick. Because making money is easy when you're selling the product online. Making the money is easy, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go here. I gotta pull up my calculator app. Okay. So if you're making $50,000 a year and you're going to divide that by 365, that's $137 a day. Now, if you have a $20 product, you divide that by 20, you need to sell $137. You need to sell they got 6.8. Yeah. But I'm gonna say 7. You need to sell 7 of those $20 products to make $140 a day. Now, out of 4.9 billion people, if you can't find 7 a day, 7 people a day to buy $20 from your store. Now, the bigger the product, the more money you can spend on it. So let's just say you got a DeWalt drill. You know how many contractors, subcontractors, GCs, renovators, mechanics that's just in the US. Break that number down just in your state, because you can set your ads up to just run locally if you want to. So if you just want to sell to people locally in your area, you can do that. You can do that through Marketplace. But if you want to sell to people all over the state where you can ship the products and all of that, then you can do that as well. The customer pays for the shipping and handling. But if you want to make $50,000, let's just say that's what your annual salary is, all you need to do is make $136 a day. You need to find 7 people that will spend $20 with your business. Now, if you're moving t-shirts, most t-shirts anywhere from 20, 25, 30 bucks. If you're selling them at $30, all you need to find is 6 times 3 is 6 people. 5 people. That's $150. 5 people to buy your t-shirts every day. Steve Harvey gave a good example. He said, if you got a $10 product, you need to sell that $10 product 100 times. Simple math, ladies and gentlemen. 100 times 10 is $1,000. Multiply that by 52 weeks. If you're doing $1,000 a week, that's $52,000 right there. And that's just selling a $10 product. Again, I gave you the example with the fidget spinners. 1 month, the shortest month of the year, February, 66K. I was blown away. My best product that ever sold, and again, I've been chasing that number ever since, and that was 2020. Now imagine if I had kept rolling $50,000 to $65,000 every month. Sometimes it'll hit, sometimes it won't. But at that time in Alabama, I had already matched. I was $20,000 short of my annual salary. But ladies and gentlemen, that's what I was trying to tell you. That's what you could do. Don't let anybody knock you off of your dream of building your business. Don't let nobody tell you that the market is saturated. God gave you that dream or that idea for a reason, because nobody else can do it like you. There's not another you on the planet. Take your natural talents and your natural gifts, put that into your marketing. Be your authentic self. That's what Brother Ben teaches. Be your authentic self. I had a sister Colette up in Rochester, New York. She built her business on canning food. Home canning has been around for decades. Here it is. This sister is building her business on home canning. And that market, everybody knows about home canning. So how was she able to build her business on something because it's the way that she delivers it, the way that she markets it. She points out the food industry and the bad foods that people are ingesting and eating in the grocery stores. Now people are rethinking, well, maybe I don't need to buy canned goods that can last 10, 15 years. What did they put in there to preserve it that long? People now are thinking about eating better foods. And when you are doing the canning, that's a great business model. When you are doing the canning, you know what you are putting into those jars. And she said, look, this stuff can, it can, she's giving the good information about it. In 18 months, it'll still be, I mean, it can be canned. You can eat it, shelf it longer than that. But 18 months, after 18 months, it starts to lose its nutrients and its color and all of that. She's breaking all this down. They don't tell you that at Walmart. They don't tell you that at Trader Joe's. They don't tell you that at these grocery stores because they don't know. Even the manufacturers aren't going to put that information out there. So, ladies and gentlemen, listen. Build your business. Don't pay attention to the naysayers. Either they're hating or they just don't know. Either they hating, they don't want you to be involved in the business because it's cutting into their money. Sometimes, in some cases, people, if they know you, they might already know that you can exceed past what they are making. So people will drop little negative hints like that into your universe to keep you away from it. Man, you don't want to do that business, man. You know, I used to, when I was working at the job, this is when I was at Centos. And the guy came in there, one of the big bosses, and he was like, man, Robert, you making more money than me. Because I was like, hey, man, I ain't had a raise in a long time, man. I mean, can we talk money? And he was like, well, man, you right now, you making more money than me. I said, oh, really? I said, let's swap checks. I guarantee I can pay all my bills and still have some money left over with your check. Let's just see if you can pay your mortgage with mine. And then you tell me if I'm making more money than you. See, you got to know how to come back at people, well, or how to deal with people when they try to downplay or shoo you away from whatever business you're trying to do. Ladies and gentlemen, I promise if you keep grinding it out, all of your fruits will harvest and you can reap the reward. Hey, I'm your favorite plug, RD Muhammad, plugging you guys always in with the information that you need in order to help you grow your business and live the life that you really want to live. Because I'm telling you, markets are not saturated because there's too much money out here. It's entirely too much money out here for people to be telling you the market is saturated. Don't listen to that stuff. Nobody can build the business or promote the business or market the business like you. There's not another you. I'll see you guys on the other side. Peace. Tune in next week where we will have Chris Lee, the president and owner of Durable Lawns, right out of St. Petersburg, Florida. He's going to be on the show telling his story. 31-year-old entrepreneur phenom. I mean, this guy is amazing and young at it. Peace.